We just did a video on Trisha's long history of doubting survivors, but now we want to shine a light on her long history of defending the accused. Here are just a handful of times that Trisha took the side of the alleged offender against the offended. Woody Allen. Woody Allen is a director who was accused of SA by his daughter. On Frenemies, Trisha behaved as if she had been unaware of this prior, even though she had known about it all along, and had discussions with her ex-boyfriend Jason Nash about it, and continued to support Woody in spite of the allegations.
Thrilled that people are getting called out. Started with Weinstein, should have started with Woody Allen, who got away with so much disgusting crap.
And I'm watching the Woody Allen documentary right now, which is gross, which Jerry Seinfeld, for you defending Woody Allen, you're also disgusting anyone. Diane Keaton defending Woody Allen. The fact that Jerry...
He didn't defend him. He said... He said like, oh, I will never. Someone said to Jerry Seinfeld, I'll never watch a Woody Allen movie again. He's like, oh, you can't separate the artist from the art. I can, no problem. And I agree. It's like, dude, it's like
I think this is a situation where you
a little too flippant about this dude who basically R-worded his own daughter.
But we should do a Woody Allen one too. So like Mira Sorvino and all those people like could like donate.
Woody Allen.
Diane Keaton definitely would not because she still stands by him. So. I'm still so mad about it, even though I know that
the
happened.
Woody Allen story,
it makes me so mad.
That was the sickest shit.
And
I came out of that so angry. I will never, ever watch a Woody Allen. I'm going to be honest. Woody Allen's overrated. It's like, oh, neurotic Jew. It's like, that's the last thing I need in my life is another neurotic Jew out there representing me.
I mean, I loved it. You see it all the time. So, of course, you keep talking about it because it's so frustrating. You're just like, wow, like Woody Allen, like anyone, It's just
Keep in mind that the allegations against Woody Allen have been out since 1992. The allegations were not new. Trisha herself was one of those people that allowed Woody Allen to get away with what he did and didn't care. She was a longtime Woody Allen supporter, even knowing the allegations against him at the time.
Woody Allen is such a monster.
It sucks. It sucks. I was like, I used to have it in my bio. Like, I was Woody Allen. Like, I love Woody Allen.
And she didn't just like Woody Allen for a brief period of time. She supported him throughout the years and even beyond frenemies. 2010.
Dreaming about a threesome with Woody Allen and Diane Keaton.
2013.
My Twitter bio has been I'm a mix between Woody Allen since I joined 4 years ago. Woody Allen will always be my number one.
2014.
I can say this with 1,000,000% certainty, I would bang Woody Allen over any man ever. Including my future husband and Rick Moranis.
2015.
Sometimes I just randomly wonder what is Woody Allen doing right now?
2019.
Kathy Griffin tells a really funny story about meeting Woody Allen.
Bad or good?
No, just like, yeah, just like, it was not anything amazing.
She also doesn't seem like the type who'd get Woody Allen.
2020.
And I like Woody Allen's movies. I'm from...
You're a Broadway Jew.
Yeah. I'm a Woody Allen Jew.
And she could barely stop herself on Frenemies from showing her support for him on there, even after she acted, as if she was against him and anyone who supported him.
Still thriving.
Look, I'm not
Woody
trying,
Allen's
I don't
still
want to...
thriving. I don't love Woody Allen.
Well, I don't...
Did you catch that? She had to stop herself from admitting the truth.
Wife/daughter-in-law or stepdaughter.
I still love Woody Allen. Fuck.
She acts as if the information that Ethan is sharing with her is new to her, but then goes on to explain in detail what she knew about his past, meaning she knew this all along and still supported him.
Just don't marry your stepdaughter.
Dude, the Woody Allen
Under
shit
8.
is so freaky. Didn't he like adopt her when she was like 3?
It was Mia Farrow's adopted daughter when she was 3, but Woody Allen was married to her.
Mm-hmm. He raised this
From, like,
girl
9.
from 9?
Maybe like 5 or something. Because Mia Farrow adopted her first, then they got married. So he's living in the same house with her.
So he raised this little girl from 5 and then got intimate with her when she was like 16? Sorry.
Yeah.
Make no mistake, she knew Woody Allen's history all along. And in a now deleted video entitled Joining a Cult, from 2019, Trisha spoke in defense of Woody Allen when the topic of his allegations arose. And in 2022, while pregnant, stated that she wanted her child to grow up to be like Woody Allen.
So our baby could be either really outgoing. Either way, I think our baby's gonna be really creative and smart because we're both creative and smart.
Right.
So.
So that's what I think. I think the creativity and so they could end up being either like like an engineer that's into sciences or a Broadway performer.
Or they could be like
it could be any of those.
Or they could be like a Quentin Tarantino type who's like, really creative and genius, but like not so much like a star.
Some of a director.
I was gonna say Woody Allen.
Chris D'Elia. While on Frenemies, Trisha condemned Chris D'Elia, even going so far as to state that she knew that he was guilty of the accusations against him.
Yeah.
I've been calling out Chris D'Elia because he texted my sister when she had freshly turned 18.
Oh.
I was trying to hook up, like inappropriately.
I didn't know that.
I was in a bikini contest one time and Chris D'Elia was performing there and I met him there and I also had...
Did he rate you?
No, he didn't rate me. He just performed. But he had some inappropriate actions.
What did you get? What was...
I used to work
I don't think he was known at the time to be that.
He totally was. I worked in the stand-up comedy. So I was an assistant to Josh Nassar. Like I used to work in the comedy field as far as being an assistant to them, not being a comedian. So you know this, people, Jamie Kennedy has that same sort of reputation. There's stand-up comics that are these and people know it. Obviously they know it. They can say they don't, but they do.
I guess there's a difference between sleazy and predatory behavior. Which
exactly.
Is but he was sleazy.
Chris D'Elia was predator.
Over.
No,
he was.
Girls I know personally who were no, stop, and didn't stop, if you know what I'm saying.
Yet even after stating this, she went on to continue to support him and even doubted some of the allegations against him.
They got stomped on the hardest this year.
Yeah.
Both of them are just gone.
Yeah, and I don't know Chris, but he seemed like a nice guy, and then all his friends turned against him. Because at first I was like, oh my god, I kind of feel bad for Joe Exotic, Chris D'Elia. Okay, Chipotle, if you're sponsoring David Dobrik and James Charles, just put Chris D'Elia on there too. He has a baby.
You guys, Chris D'Elia, literally getting canceled by even the comedians. Okay, you guys know me. I don't love it, but I will be the first to cancel someone for being manipulative or power control over a young girl, young girls. But again, you guys know, I don't have to rehash this. I think it's absolutely disgusting. I'm so against this kind of stuff. But his friends and stuff are basically acting, unless they my only theory, and I've seen this in the comments, my only theory is they know something, right? They know something more, because there's no proof that is out there of him hooking up with, so I guess he was DMing a girl, and on her Instagram it was clear that she was 16 or something. It's so weird. I'm so confused by all of it, because everyone's jumping ship. All that podcast comedians Bobby Lee, Brian Callen, Theo Vaughn. I mean, they all are just very vocal about, I don't know what's happening. I'm against what Chris is doing. It just seems like a lot for something that there's no crime of yet. I don't know.
It's odd for her to act so confused about it and claim there's no proof when she told Ethan she personally knew he was guilty.
So good. Chris D'Elia's in it. He's a comedian that I love. I'm so obsessed with it. I had a dream Chris D'Elia was on my podcast. That's what it was yesterday. You guys don't know who Chris D'Elia is?
No.
He's a stand-up comedian, and he has a really popular podcast, and I had a dream that he was a guest on my podcast. I love him, and I had a dream that I met him. I'm I know you don't do podcasts, but would you do mine? And he's yeah. About Chris D'Elia and where is he and all this stuff. But that's I went deep.
You really wonder where.
But I said this, but how bad did he mess up that he just disappeared? Nobody disappears after being canceled. Why you just disappear?
But I guess that's the reason he disappeared, because he doesn't want.
And
people
all
to
his
know.
friends turned against him. Whitney, Brian Callen, all those people, and it's
I mean, they're in the know, so it was bad.
So it's worse than what we thought. And I just would like to know to the bottom of it what happened to him and why he just left.
Does she know or does she not?
I don't know. So, anyways, like I said, I watched a bunch of podcasts. I wish Chris D'Elia had guests. Chris D'Elia has blocked me. This was from years ago. But I love this podcast.
I love podcasts. Chris D'Elia's podcast is so good. I love Chris D'Elia. I'm still blocked on Twitter. He's really funny. I like listening to him talk about anything. He talks about boring things But he makes it so freaking funny. Go laugh out loud funny.
Watching the Crystalia podcast, eating mac and cheese in my gray sweats. I'm loving live. But one of my favorite things to do after therapy, I love to get a vanilla ice cream cone, and I watch Crystalia's podcast, because I always watch Crystalia's podcast. I like save it. It's like an hour long, so I like to watch it in like 20-minute spurts. And then I watch Crystalia's podcast.
One of her favorite things to do after therapy is watch a Predators podcast.
Like comedy has just disappeared off the earth.
We tried Crystalia again after his cancellation, like, because we liked his podcast a lot. We tried it, and it was just like, because he got canceled, he went so far the other way of trying to be just so liked and like PC and like, I have a family and a baby, and it just was like a little too much. And you're just like, what happened to the funny? People are just, it's just, I don't know. It's people are just so scared of it now. And I get it. Trust me, I get it. But like,
Marilyn Manson. She also spoke out against Marilyn Manson while on Frenemies, citing that she knew he was guilty because of a personal experience her sister had with him.
That's it.
How about Marilyn Manson? I have a Marilyn Manson story.
Okay, who could have ever seen that one coming? Marilyn Manson, the totally normal-looking dude, ended up being a total pervy
Marilyn Manson.
predator.
When we went to a CD signing at Hot Topic, I went with my sister.
You went to Hot Topic signing?
Yeah.
That's like the uncoolest thing
This
ever.
is like 2006. This is a while ago, like when he was with Dita Von Teese. I think
How
he was
did he
like,
ever recover from that?
I don't know, but he wrote on our album. Callie, she watches. If you have the album covers, let me know, because we had him sign our album covers. And he said to me, he goes, "You have really big." I was like, "Oh, okay, thank you."
What?
wait, this is not the worst part. I was 18. My sister was like 13, and he goes to my sister. Oh, no, he's, okay, sorry, we got this background. My sister is 13. Hold on, wait.
You know, he always had this persona of like deep down underneath the makeup, I'm just a normal, totally cool dude.
No, he went to my sister was first. I had my sister go first. She was 13, and he goes, "You have really big," and he wrote that on her CD cover. And then he said to me, he said to me, "Oh, I like yours. Yours are even bigger." That was my story, man.
That's creepy. Right off the bat, just someone he doesn't even know.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
But again, like Woody and Chris Trisha, continued to support him too throughout the years.
Trisha, you did it. I didn't do that with you. You're so guilty. Look at this face. Look at this face.
Okay, read the Twitter DMs. They're better, I promise.
Why are you? What's going on with you and Marilyn Manson? Why are you doing that? Then let me read it. Let me read it over through.
I didn't say anyone's names on your DMs. I just read them.
I'll block out the name. Let me read it. This is a
All it
famous.
says, I love you. That's all it says, I promise.
Why did you write him? I love you.
I love him. Oh my god, I gotta search for Marilyn Manson.
Okay, it's fine. Just give it to me.
No. I'm gonna prove to you that I'm not cheating on you with Marilyn Manson.
You sent.
That's 2016. 2016.
Trish sent a shot. Who sends that?
2016.
Who just finds a random rocker and sends a shot?
You got shots to your DMs.
But
2016.
why would you do that? Why do you give it away?
That's how you get them to.
By sending a random shot?
Because it shows that you're easy.
But what was inside was the Marilyn Manson.
Yes, this is the Marilyn Manson. And I just had to have this because I love Marilyn Manson.
James Charles. While on Frenemies, Trisha spoke out against James Charles and even expressed her frustration with James being able to return to the internet after his cancellation.
Yeah, I'm only holding people accountable who do bad things to minors. And
Speaking of people who did bad things to minors,
Oh,
James
no.
Charles is back on social media.
No,
Let's
what?
go.
When did he come back?
He posted for his birthday.
No.
Yesterday was it, I believe. And you will not believe the amount of support he's
Jerry.
getting. Take it apart.
No.
Analyze
Well, we
this.
can because he's sexting boys and getting away with it underage. So
What's this key to, do you
no.
think? What's this key to?
Probably the dungeon where he keeps all the 17-year-old armpit hair.
Yep. Correct answer.
Yet she pushed for his redemption arc, stating that he could make a comeback.
All right. Yeah, we saw James Charles saying how he wanted a check for the Pink Kitty drink, and someone's like, "You did not invent it." And then he wrote, and he's like, "I know I didn't invent it, but I brought it to popularity." No hate to James Charles, of course, because we are in our drama free.
James Charles podcast, if we need to say that again.
I don't don't know. In 2021, Trish is kind of like, okay, James, we'll give you
Okay,
another
wait.
shot.
I got to get back to this because there's a whole.
Okay. What?
I don't like 2021 Trisha anymore.
I love everybody. I want to collab with James Charles.
Yeah, he's never going to talk to you.
You think maybe?
You will
TikTok?
never.
You don't think he tagged
He
me on TikTok?
despises you.
2021 Trish is new, though.
Yeah, you didn't buy that. I don't buy 2021 Trisha either.
I'm supportive of James Charles now, so I don't.
Why are you leaving me in the trenches? I thought we were going to war with James Charles.
I believe new year, new everybody. I feel James could change.
Social Repose. YouTuber Social Repose was accused of inappropriately interacting with minors, with multiple girlfriends coming forward with the same story. Trisha, who has acted like she prioritizes the well-being of minors, chose to continue to support him and even made him a member of her short-lived band Sad Boy 2005.
This is from Richie. The whole Sad Boy crew was there. So Richie got me this slow cooker, aka Social Repose, Baby Yoda, which I thought was so super cute. I'm obsessed with it. And he was so sweet. I love Richie. I think he's one of those people who's changed a lot since he was younger. I mean, I know he like doesn't always have like the best reputation. Neither did I, but like he's such a sweet soul. Like
Missy Ruth would love to see more Social Repose in your Sad Boy videos. He's so great. Yeah, I need to vlog more with him. He's such a kind person.
Andy Dick. When actor Andy Dick was accused of inappropriate behavior with women, Trisha took the opportunity to speak out in support of him, making him the victim of the situation.
My poor Andy. He needs lots of prayers. Truly love that man.
Chris Brown. We all know what Chris Brown did to Rihanna, and so did Trisha, who continued to support him spite of it. We guess she is capable of separating the art from the artist, even though she argued against doing so.
Yo breezy Chris Brown. Can I be in your next video? Here's my audition. What Chris Brown did to Rihanna was wrong. But only God knows who is remorseful and who is not. We do not get that judgment. Forgiveness.
Sorry, Trish, but any man who lays a hand on a woman can never be forgiven.
God forgives all with remorse.
Chris Brown? The same guy that kicks the crap out of his girlfriends?
Getting old. It's in the past. Good music. And shame on you for judging me for singing to one of his songs. He makes good music. Period. Are you perfect? He who is without sin.
Jamie Spears. For those who remember, Britney Spears was in a conservatorship under her father, who people believed were mistreating her and her funds. The hashtag Free Britney movement emerged with thousands supporting Britney's right to freedom. Trisha, a longtime Britney fan, was not one of those people, and was in fact on the opposing side.
I don't know. I'm trying not to make hasty judgments based on a one-sided documentary. Obviously, it said that Britney did not love her father, so there's, but what are the circumstances? Was she on drugs? Was she?
Oh my God.
But I don't blame Jamie all the way. And if you're listening, Jamie Spears, like I would love to just join Britney and her more than anyone. I understand Jamie really well. I understand that whole family so well.
So Jamie, if you're, he's like, what the fuck?
No. Like Jamie, I actually love you, respect you.
It's like, what?
Right. I think Jamie Spears is doing the best job he can. I think if I go in there, maybe
You're just saying that. You don't believe that. You don't believe that. You really think you're just saying that so you can get in to see Britney.
I think he's better than like the people she was surrounding herself with, right? Like I was just telling Moses the other day, like literally last night, I was like, can you be my conservator? Because I kind of want someone to like make sure I don't get taken advantage of.
Yeah, but she explicitly said, I'm okay to do this. I just don't want my dad to do it.
So maybe I could do it. Spears, I've always actually respected him. Like again, this documentary opened up some things, but this is only what they're showing. You can edit anyone to look like anything. I'm the queen of being edited to look like, something I'm not.
Free Britney.
Yes! Free, well, I'll
okay, let's all, everybody, free Britney. I felt so bad for that documentary.
I feel really so bad for her.
Yeah, I honestly, free Britney. Free Britney.
I'm going to join Brittany. I want to go into the house with her.
Make Trisha Brittany's new conservator.
I won't argue with you, Jamie. I just want to love her too.
Shane Dawson. We all remember her Shane Dawson saga. When Shane was being canceled for inappropriate behavior with minors, Trisha was the first to defend him and dismiss and belittle all claims against him.
I don't even want to bring attention to it. It's why I just did like one tweet and then done. And then I know he's also just dealing with a lot of emotional distress right now. But because Shane is one of my best friends and we just get closer and closer, and I've known him for so long, and he's like the most amazing human being I've ever met. Like, and now it's come out too that the channel that posted the video about, if you guys know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, it doesn't matter. It's not important because it's going to be irrelevant. But the fact that someone could make up lies and slander and manipulate, you know, audio clips, I hate it. I've been through it. It's awful. It's the worst. It's actually so disgusting. It's why the internet can be so disgusting, and I hate it. The wonderful thing about it is that everyone that even met Shane once knows he's like this amazing person. But like I said, as someone who knows him inside and out, like it's just so disgusting. And it's like the fact that anyone can just make a video and label someone as something is so gross and so scary, and I hate that so much.
Trisha was more disgusted by the fact that Shane was being called out for what he did.
You gotta really watch what you say. There was a guy named Sanders Kennedy back in the day. He was like a drama channel, and his demise was literally reporting that there was a victims going forward to the police of Shane Dawson. When like that was just ruined all credibility, because there was like, okay, there wasn't. He made poor jokes, whatever. But like at least Shane had, like, I stood by him, like his friends, like he didn't lose, you know what I mean? Like we stood by him, but he actually not canceled. Like it's insane to me. So yeah, like, and Shane's been canceled for this multiple times. Like the fact that like the Smiths jumped in on it, like 15 years later.
The Smiths buried his ass.
It's like, calm down, Jada Pinkett.
Jake Paul.
While on the podcast Frenemies, Trisha helped Ethan Klein expose Jake Paul for essay against a young girl who came forward. In the episode, she expressed her disgust for both what Jake Paul did and over the fact that Jake was getting away with it when she believed that he should be punished in some way. 2021.
Jake Paul is a creep. Did you see this new allegation against Jake?
Most of these are males. I'm not trying to be reverse misogynistic, but this is crazy how they're all men.
Well, yeah, I mean...
Okay, let's talk about Jake Paul. The Jake Paul thing was crazy. So I watched your podcast live. So then we went to go watch the video of the girl, because actually I didn't know about it. I didn't know or whatever. And it's pretty really repulsive. Yeah. All right, let's hear about Jake Paul. So we went to Jake Paul. We watched this girl's video, which, by the way, she looked 16 in the video. And then she did this a couple years ago. And I was like...
How old is she? She looks so young in the video.
She looks so young. And then she showed the pictures of when she knew Jake. She had like blue hair. Again, looked like 15 years old. I was like...
Well, she has a big TikTok account. How old is she? Her name is Justine Paradise. So she's like an influencer, I guess. Yeah, here she is.
This broke my heart because it's like, I think she talks about it pretty lightly, but it's like, this is like such long-term effects, like being the way she described being like forced into something, like, you know, it's like they don't think it's trauma at the time because what, she said last 30 seconds or something, but that's so traumatic when it's like so quick like that. And like it's a lot, and I could tell she hasn't like fully even processed and understood it. Like it's just like a lot.
I never heard someone online describe it so graphically too. Usually they just say I was assaulted or something, but she explicitly described what
graphically and also very like casually, which is why it like bothered me, because I was like thinking like this is gonna like fuck up long term.
Jake Paul one, but I'll
because people are just so numb by it. It happens.
I think so too. It's like, oh my god, another one.
And
but here I guess a lot of people have been calling her a clout chaser and shit.
I think also because Jake Paul's known as like a piece of garbage, people are just like, oh, okay, you know what I mean? Which
You're
is
like, I'd be surprised if he wasn't.
Right, and it's really sad, and
it's still not okay. So that means that there is more coming for Jake Paul if there's someone working on it. But if you do want to, I do recommend watching her video if you can stomach it. But it's just too graphic to show.
Especially because she's so young, so it's just like it's a lot to think about. Like,
you guys want to watch her original video, which I recommend if you can stomach it. It's here, and it's called "Trigger Warning: Jake Paul seriously assaulted me," and it is on Justine Paradise channel. So,
hi.
I'm not gonna watch it though.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Trisha went on and on about how she felt disgusted and concerned for the young girl, yet one single year later she was showing her support for Jake and straight out saying she didn't know why people didn't like him. 2022.
Kind of like the Jake Paul Team 10.
Yeah, but the audience was what? Kids. Like
I remember going to his house in the Calabasas, and it was like a fortress. Like he had like this huge mansion. Like Logan's house was pretty like low-key. I mean, it was nice, it was beautiful, but like Jake's was like crazy. They did so good. I'm just still in awe. You know, some people you're just like crazy because you know they start out like little punk kids, and then you're just like, wow, they like.
Yeah, they got the work ethics and the talent.
Probably like the right management people to help them.
No, I think Logan works hard. He just works hard.
I mean Jake too though, because he's doing like Madison Square Garden, doing all these fights, and like can't even keep up with it. I just don't know any other. I guess I'm in awe because I just don't know any other influencers that are like that.
2022.
I met Jake too, and Jake was really nice too. So I don't know if they've always gotten a bad rap. I don't know if they were actually like bad or destructive or whatever, and people just didn't like them, or if they just grew up. But like they've had such a big like comeback, glow up, career change, and it's really cool to see. And I feel like Jake used to be like a little more problematic than Logan from what I remember. I don't know. Again, at this time I wasn't really following either of them. But I just remember Jake Paul being like, everyone's like, oh my God, the Team 10 thing, and him causing a ruckus in his neighborhood at the time. And his neighbors being like upset. And like, I just remember the reporter coming to his house to report on Team 10. And he did that like, what are those? For his shoes or something, remember? I don't know.
She talks about Jake as if she has no clue about the allegation against him, as if she didn't film a whole episode of Frenemies addressing it, expressing her disgust for him being allowed to get away with it, just for her to turn around and overlook it herself. And not just overlook it, but pretend as if it never happened.
So as you can see, Trisha has a very, very, very long history of not only doubting survivors, but of uplifting and defending the accused.